Something crazy just happened. So I was drawing with my daughter and I was just using one color and the picture was, you know, it was getting there. But then I really had to go to the bathroom and so I left. But by the time I got back, she had already scribbled on everything and I really wanted to see how it would come out. So that gave me a video idea. Why not make art using one color, but make it bigger and better? One of my subscribers said that I should use the color yellow, so that's the color we're going with today. The truth about the color yellow is that there's not really much things that are yellow. Like off the top of my head, I don't think I can even name like 5 things. Like a banana, a sunflower. Yeah, see, I can't even name 5 things. Now, the smartest thing would be to draw a banana or a sunflower, right? Well, I don't do easy. I want a challenge. So what should I draw? A banana? A boat? A chocolate bar? Candy? A person?
What?
Okay. Enough with the dramatics. I've decided that we're going to draw an alien. Let me tell you something about your art. Your art isn't bad. You just need to focus on proportions. Because once you nail those proportions, I don't think your art can get bad. Let's get started. I went with a flat tire shape for the alien's head. And then I went and drew in his eyes. I wanted to draw the alien in like this clear spaceship kind of thing, like what you would see in Lilo and Stitch. But I wasn't really liking the way that it was looking. Why is nobody talking about how little to no shades of yellow there are? Like in my Ohuhu set, there are barely any options in here. Like I'm starting to think, how am I gonna do this challenge? Like how am I gonna pull off coloring an alien in just yellow? I don't think that's gonna look good at all. Like I started to think about shadowing and that like kind of clear spaceship that he's in and I'm thinking, I don't think this is gonna work. And I'm like super annoyed because I feel like my options are so limited. I really don't want to like, you know, draw a banana and be like, this video's over. Imagine walking down the street, but the more you walk down, the more you realize that this place looks unfamiliar. You look around, these building styles are completely different than what you're used to seeing. The sun is setting, it's dusk, it's getting late, and the more that you walk, the more you realize that something feels off. You look down and the road is made out of different sized stones instead of regular gravel that you're used to seeing. Where are you? How did you get there? That's the style I'm going for today. Something completely different. Does anyone else have a certain way they draw 1-point perspective? Because this is how I would do it. The truth is, I've never drawn 1-point perspective before. So this is gonna be real interesting, but let's get started. I started by drawing off that one dot in the middle so I can get the rest of my guidelines out for how I want the buildings to be. I couldn't find a ruler, so I did use my box for my markers and that didn't work out too well. But anyways, I got my lines and that's what I wanted. I added some lines because I wanted to add in some super nice lampposts. Not the ones you see in North America. I don't know what kind. I just saw it on Pinterest and I really liked it, so I wanted to add it. You know when it's like so pretty when the sun is setting and you just want to take a picture? That's the vibe I was going for this piece. Do you ever feel like quitting halfway through a piece? Because I know I feel that way sometimes. After finishing the first half and then looking at the second half, I'm like, ugh, I gotta do all of this again. But I pushed through and I was able to add in some buildings that I actually really liked. I decided to draw in some windows closest to a square building. I drew in some really thick windows, like, I mean, not thick, but wide windows. After adding in all the necessary details I wanted to add in a door to another square building. I didn't want the piece to just be windows and windows and windows. So I felt like the door really added to the piece and just made it more lively. If you have ever struggled with color theory, we should be friends. In this case, it's just one color, but still, I feel like that makes it 10 times harder. These are literally the only shades that I have of yellow. Just 6. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off, but I know I'm going to pull this off. I made the windows a little bit darker of a yellow, only because I wanted it to stand out from that lighter tone. I made the roof like this greenish yellow color. I used that color to color in all the roofing because I felt like all the roofing needed to be darker than everything else to stand out even more than everything else. After that, I added the same lime green color to the lampposts. This is why you should never do this. Don't make the mistake I made. As I'm coloring, I decided that I was just gonna go in with the colors, just like that. I didn't even swatch them. Now I have this peachy tone on my paper and I didn't even realize it was going to be peach. I thought it was going to be like a really light whitish yellowish. I don't even know what I was thinking. But yeah, let's swatch colors. I colored in more of the side building, that light mid yellow color, and then I went over with that pinkish yellow tone. I made the entire sidewalk dark yellow because I needed to differentiate it from everything else. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. So the colors were looking so good and I was so happy with the way that they were turning out, and then they dried and they turned into completely different colors. So now I gotta rethink how I'm going to do everything. Alright, so I just finished all of the coloring and it looks, but it is missing one detail. That one detail is fine liner. I'm going to go everything with fine liner just to make it pop, because right now it's looking very washed off a little bit. I think this piece turned out times better than I was expecting. I honestly didn't think I could pull off only being able to use one light yellow, one mid yellow, one dark yellow, one fluorescent yellow, and like a pinkish color. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to pull it off, but I really did, and it looks so good. I'm gonna give this challenge 8.5 out of 10. Although I wanted to quit many times, I didn't. I followed through, and I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.